Welcome back, everybody. This is Weeknights.
Yeah,
I'm,
yeah.
that's how I come in.
You always do something in the middle of me introducing, so
Yeah,
I'll
I
be
always
trying to
do
double
something
dutch.
predictable.
When you intro, I'll be like, I get
What's
my
up?
spy, here it comes.
Silly. Well, this is Weeknights, and I'm your girl Dash. When I first started podcasting, I said I wasn't gonna do that. I'm your
Do what?
girl.
Oh, I'm your girl. Yep.
So I don't know why that's like that lives inside of us. But anyway,
Because of
anyway.
106 in Park.
I'm your girl Dash, aka Dashing D, aka the real king of R&B, album coming out on the 12th.
Right.
And this is my
It's-
co-host, your boy JD,
Yeah, it's 106
aka
in
Who
Park.
Pods, aka Rearview Mirror, cause glasses on. You know the vibes.
Yeah, that's all 106 in Park.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's do this thing. It's weeknights, Friday edition.
The final weeknight of the week.
I'm about to say, we done after this? That's it? This is how you announce you quit the pod? Wow. Let's talk
Right.
about spectacular fashion.
No, 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 no. This is just a little, little. This is just a little Friday episode. We'll be back on Monday.
God willing. All right, co-host, where you want to start?
Where should we start? Who?
Let's start with Lenny Williams.
That. I'm sorry, YouTube, but that's one wild nigga. I can't. What? Lenny. Lenny. Lenny, what you? Lenny.
It's yours.
When I realized that it's yours was a baby, your
Oh man.
the thing that was yours was a baby. I said,
Yeah.
"Oh, what? What in the ghetto superstar?" Like,
Little superstar.
first of all, when you,
And I just want to say I checked the credits.
I did too.
I ain't see the person who really wrote this song.
Now, yes, because that's what I was gonna say. The first thing is that we have to
We did
address
we
the
didn't introduce
elephant.
any of this properly. Let's rewind. Let's pause for a second.
Lenny Williams
Because
has a
we
new song
right, there you go.
called "It's Yours,"
There you
released
go.
on February 14th,
What a day to release it.
2025.
He said on Valentine's Day I'ma shit on this bitch.
Just a mere week before he turned 80.
What a guy.
And so Lenny, this song now, I'm getting a little flustered because Lenny Williams will do that to you.
Yep. Yes he will.
Okay, so
This is the follow-up of his hit single, She Took My Draws.
right, and apparently she did a little bit more than take your drawers.
After she took the draws and put them on Twitter and TikTok, then she got pregnant.
Now there's a baby.
The
Now
plot
there's a
thickens.
baby. So before we even get into the lyrics of the song and just Lenny being a wild old man, when you hit me about this song, there was something very specific that you said about the song, which is why you're saying you checked the credits, and I did the same because even if you hadn't told me this in advance,
It immediately sounds like R. Kelly wrote this song.
it's it sounds like an R. Kelly song. It sounds like if R. Kelly was 80 and still
No,
making
it just sounds like if R. Kelly was out, he'd have wrote this.
right, but I because we know that Lenny is 80 and
Oh, okay.
Lenny's he's an older man, and
This
you
is how I
listen to the
imagine.
song and
This
you
is
can
how I
hear that
imagine.
Lenny's an older man. It
I
sounds like an
imagine.
R. Kelly song. It sounds very trapped in the closet.
I imagine it went down like this. Okay, so what you said, and then she did what? Oh yeah, I like that line. Uh huh. Go ahead. What else you got? Uh
I
huh.
just,
Okay. Hold on.
what is
Slow
Lenny
down. Slow
doing?
down. You're going a little fast for me. Hold on.
What is Lenny doing?
Man, he got bills to pay. First of all,
Is that what this is?
and I'm listen. Let me be clear. I got bills to pay too, so I'm not mad at Lenny.
Okay.
Not at
Whatever
all.
you say.
Not at all. You know what I'm saying? And listen, if I was 80 and still had some song
Oh my
left
gosh,
in
I
me,
didn't mean to play it. I was just trying to look at the lyrics.
if I
Sorry.
was 80 and had some song left in me, who knows what y'all would get?
That's the thing, though. Lenny don't have song left in him. Did you hear that song? It didn't sound particularly good. Yes, it sounded like something R. Kelly made, but it didn't sound particularly good. It sounded like somebody was playing a joke on us.
Lenny Williams been playing jokes on us. I mean, what you think the last song was?
The last
You
song
think
sounded
you think
better
she
than this
took my
one.
drawers was a smash hit?
Right, but you took my draws sounded better than this. You don't think so?
I guess it's perspective.
No, but seriously, which you think they're both the same, or you think that one was better than the other?
Are we talking lyrics? Are we talking beats? Are we
No, I
talking
just when we're
sound?
listening
Like
to
what
the
we
song, does which one sounds better? You took my draws sounds like a better song to me.
you took my drawer sound like a joke. It sounds like a
They
parody song.
they both sound like parodies, but I'm just I don't know. I don't know. Lenny got to stop doing this. Lenny just need to sit down and deal with his women privately. I don't want Lenny. We had a good time when you took my draws. But this, Lenny,
I want to see what his summer record is gonna sound like.
this is the man who gave us "Cause I Love You." I just don't. Lenny, what are you doing?
Things have changed. You know what I'm saying? He's 80 and slinging it. You know what I mean?
I don't like his old man ways. I
In the
don't like
words
what
in
he's
the
doing.
words of Ghostface Killer, trying to be young when I'm 80, popping Cialis and fuck all day.
Okay. Yep.
That's the type of time Lenny Williams is on. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even know what don't even know what to say. I don't know. I can't even find the lyrics. Like the lyrics are literally about like having a baby.
Yeah, he better at the club too.
Lenny, I want better for you. Where are your children?
Oh, it's hers. It's not his child.
No, I'm talking about the ones that are already around. Like, where are they? Can they step in, Dad? Reel it in. Sometimes
Nah,
you gotta reel in your parents.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
He needs
But
some reeling in.
what club you think Lenny Williams met her at?
One I hope to never go to because
Club Cobwebs?
not Club Cobwebs. Listen, I said
He
it
was on
about
a cruise and
Smokey.
met her at the old folks club?
I said it about Smokey, and I probably said it about Lenny too when we first talked about Lenny a long time ago. But Lenny, go do your thing. Like, have your fun. I don't care what you're doing out there in the streets. I mean, be safe. That's all I ask. Be safe. And don't bring children into the world that you can't take care of. I also believe in that. But
I mean, this is all fake. Gotta be.
I don't know. It's either fake or it's nigga shit.
I
And
I ain't
I
see
can't
his drawers on
decide which one
TikTok.
it is. Huh?
I haven't seen his drawers on TikTok.
You weren't supposed to. No, that wasn't
Okay.
for you.
Okay. Did you see his drawers on TikTok?
No, but I could totally see a man who makes songs like this getting a woman pregnant at his big age. Easily. Sticking and moving. Because the bitches still let him.
All right. Let's
And I
move
don't,
on.
I don't, I don't refer to women as bitches like that. That's not. But you got to say it a certain way in order for it to, like that needed to land the way it did. I just, Lenny, Grandpa,
I mean, today
Mr.
that's great
Williams.
grandpa.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because my grandparents were younger than Lenny. Um, y'all go get y'all's daddy and y'all's grandpa. Y'all gotta reel him in. It's time. We let it slide, which you took my drawers.
She took my drug.
It's time to reel him in. I know y'all were probably like, he just messing around on the internet and whatever. It's fine. It's not fine anymore, guys. Let's reel it in. Grandpa's embarrassing everybody.
Don't
I
be
don't know.
like that.
Again, I wish that man well. I hope he is having a good time at his big age of 80. And I hope he's being safe. I hope there is no baby. And not because babies aren't a bundle of joy, but what does 80-year-old Lenny want with a baby?
It's fake. It's not real. I don't believe it.
That's fine. That's why I'm saying I hope it's not
Creative license.
right. What you think Lenny gonna come out with next? Cause it's like a saga now.
That's why I said I can't wait for his summer record. I have no idea,
Something.
but
Hmm.
we know it's going to be about a woman.
It's gonna be about a love triangle or something.
The summer love triangle. That happens.
That does. That does. Summer could get a little dicey.
Yeah.
And Lenny got a pool in the back
There you go.
and a hot tub. He probably don't
There
even
you
go to
go.
the pool. He probably be in the hot tub. Lenny seemed like a get the robe and get in the hot tub kind of guy.
All
You
right,
know?
we gotta go. We gotta move on. This is getting crazy. This is getting crazy. All right.
Anyway. Oh,
Speaking of
Lenny.
getting crazy, Tyla and Sean Paul linked up for the Push to Start remix. Now this is Tyla's song featuring Sean Paul.
Why did you... What? I hope the people know you're being funny.
It's a joke. If they don't know, then they don't listen to Sean Paul
Right.
because he says that like every song.
Mm-hmm.
He stay coming on Sean Paul. Anyway, yeah, there's a video. It's a single. It's a big deal. When it first dropped, it was trending on Twitter, and we saw the video.
We
I
did.
mean, I listened to it a couple times just so I could really take it all in.
Yeah. I don't have a lot to say. Um... What? I can't even get it out. I don't have a lot to say. I love Sean Paul. I've always thought that Sean Paul was great, and I love that he was able to cross over. And you know, um, yeah. And I haven't seen Sean Paul in a while. I'm not saying that he hasn't been making music. I just have not seen him in a while myself.
Oh, he just had
So
a hit with what's this girl's name? Dua Lipa. They had a smash hit together a little while ago.
that's why I said me. I haven't seen him in a while, and I'm sure there's more music where that came from. But my point, what I was trying to say is, it's good to see Sean Paul. It's always good to see Sean Paul and have him, come out and do his thing. Um, I decided something while I was watching this video, and people may call me a hater, but I don't like Tyler's voice. It's not pleasing to me to listen to.
Okay.
Um, I'm sure she's lovely. Well,
Mm-hmm.
depends on who you ask, but um, yeah, I wasn't really into it. I'm not really into it.
No.
I think I just don't care for her voice.
Okay.
It's a little mousy. I'm not even going to describe what it is. I just don't care for her voice. Her voice is not pleasing to my eardrums, and that's fine. Like everything is not for everybody. Um, I also was trying to figure out, were they in the same room for this video? Did you notice that? It looked like they
Yeah,
weren't.
they were together.
Okay.
You don't think so?
No,
Mm.
it looked like they weren't.
I'm trying to find the Dua Lipa Sean Paul song. That's why I'm looking at my phone.
Hmm. To me, it didn't look like they were actually in the same room.
I found it. It's called No Lie. I'll play it in a second.
Okay. They always looked like they were a little distant from each other. And maybe that was by design and maybe they were in the same room. But to me it looked like they were placed next to each other, like near each other, rather than
Mm.
actually performing in the same room. I could be
I
wrong.
can see why you say that. Yeah, I can see why you say that.
I get that
Excuse me.
too.
From the song?
Yeah, no, from you yawning.
Uh, uh,
But yeah, I mean, that's it. That's really all I had to say is that I don't. It's fine.
we don't like her voice, but what you felt about the song?
The song was fine.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. And you know, sometimes looking at Twitter will throw you off. And I'm gonna be honest, that's what probably threw me off. Because
Hmm.
when I was looking at Twitter, you know, we search for topics up there.
Yeah.
And so when it first dropped and it was trending, people were saying, I saw that. And when it first dropped and it was trending, people were saying, yo, the same thing happened to me just the other day. I was on a train drinking Dunkin' Donuts. I was eating my Dunkin' Donuts on the train, was being
Uh-huh.
fat, knowing I shouldn't have had any Dunkin' Donuts. And I went to put my mouth on the straw, and I still had like a little bit of paper on the top of the straw. You know how you leave your paper? You know how you leave a little bit so nothing
Um,
falls in?
right, right.
I went like, I totally was like, the fuck was that?
Yeah,
Oh, nigga, you left the paper on top.
right. Yep.
Yeah, so at least it wasn't paper. It was, the lid.
Yeah, it's just, yeah.
Anyway, so we searched for topics. So when the
Hmm.
song first dropped and it was trending on Twitter, people were on Twitter saying, "Oh, this is giving me like '03 Sean Paul vibes," and I was like, "Okay, all right." I'm thinking I'm still in love with you, boy. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I was thinking that kind of Sean Paul,
I'm
and then I
sitting for
go up
them,
there
baby.
and what?
I'm not saying it again.
No, I didn't hear you. Um, I go up there and I press play on the video, and I'm like, "This ain't no '03 Sean Paul. This some old 2025 Sean Paul. It's not.
Well, because
This
it
ain't
kind of.
even really the kind of song Sean Paul would be on."
Well, I was just gonna say, I just kind of feel like putting Tyler and Sean Paul together felt a little forced.
It was like, whose idea was this?
Yeah,
I
it
didn't I
just.
didn't like it. I don't want to hear them together again. And I don't think the song even sounds reggae enough for Sean Paul.
I don't know. I mean,
Maybe I'm a
I
hater.
guess
I like
today.
Sean Paul's music. And I like the shit with him and Dua Lipa. Look at this. This is dope. This sound like, yeah, this sound like some shit. I mean, we're gonna have to edit it, but if y'all know No Lie with Dua Lipa and Sean Paul, that sound good. That sound like Sean Paul.
Yeah, I feel like when you. I don't know. Maybe it's like the. I don't even want to say that.
Sometimes you just need to check
No, because I think that. What is Tyler considered? Like as
her
far as
music.
genre goes.
Afrobeats.
So she is considered Afrobeats. I just wanted to make sure.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
I
the
think
award. That's the award they gave her, and she wins. And
I'm just confirming.
I'll Google it. I'll Google her and
I
see.
I think that when it comes to, I understand why they would put Sean Paul and Tyler together.
Mhm.
similar sounds. Reggae and Afrobeat sound
Wikipedia, which I'm not a
almost
fan of.
identical.
Wikipedia says, um, it says her musical style is categorized by a fusion of pop and amapiano, with many publications dubbing her Queen of Popiano. Popiano? Popiano? And Google says Afro pop and pop. I never heard of Afro pop, but
I've heard Afro pop, and I feel like they've referred to Thames as Afro pop a time or two.
and then there's another question that popped up that says, is Tyla amapiano or Afro beats? And it says Tyla's music is a mix of amapiano and pop and is often called popiano. She also incorporates R&B and Afro beats into her music. So there you go.
Yeah, it's fine. I understand why they would put the two together. I don't know that I really
I don't think this is
enjoy.
a good. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yes, please.
I don't know that I really enjoy Tyla, and I think that's where this went wrong for me.
Mm,
I mean, the song that was popular that everyone knew was fine. What was it, Water?
water. Water's good.
Yeah. I don't have anything bad to say about it. I just feel like I listened to this, and I also there's another song that I recall, and I just don't feel like it resonates with me, and that's fine. I'm not knocking her. I'm not saying that she's bad or anything like that. I just don't think
Mhm.
she's for me. And I think that's
Yeah.
where this fell flat for me. I don't really care for her particular sound. I love Afrobeat, but and I love reggae. I mean,
I don't
so
think this was a good marriage. This song, I don't think this was a good blend.
yeah.
So, not for me. I didn't like it. I didn't. It was hard for me to get through. I was like, not really digging this one.
You know what blends though?
More blends.
Black actors in Hollywood.
Yes, but before we leave music,
Okay,
that was a good segue.
thank you.
But before we leave music, we got a bunch of RIPs that we gotta acknowledge.
All right.
So a couple people have passed in the last week or so, and we haven't said anything. And so we just want to acknowledge them and their contributions. Let me make sure I got everybody's name. Um, so I know Roberta Flack passed. Rest in peace, Roberta Flack.
We
Thank you
were
for all your
just talking about.
contributions.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're right. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say we were just talking about Roberta Flack like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, when we spoke about the Luther doc.
Yeah.
Yeah. Roberta Flack passed. Angie Stone passed. That's a whole crazy situation, but rest in peace to
Tragic.
Angie Stone. Thank you for your musical contributions.
Yeah.
Actually, I learned something about about Angie Stone that I didn't know. I didn't know she was part of a hip hop group prior to having a solo career. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, uh, I learned that from Mark Lamont Hill, of all people.
Interesting.
Um, yeah, and then Roy Ayers passed, a legend.
Yep.
I mean, I shouldn't say a legend as if he's the only legend. I'm just saying,
Oh, you didn't say the legend. You said a legend.
okay, you're right. I don't want it to come across like I'm saying he's a legend and others are not. From the group from the group of people who have passed.
No, all these
But yeah,
people are
Roy.
super important and were super important, super talented, and had great strengths in their own rights. So I
Yeah,
don't, this is not to place one over the other or anything like that.
right. Yeah. So rest in peace to Roy Ayers. Thank you for your contributions. And then Dwayne Wiggins also passed. Um, And, I know him from Tony, Tony, Tony. Um, and so, you know, also thank you to Dwayne Wiggins. I'm over here putting names together. Dwayne Wiggins for all your musical contributions. And then, condolences to all the families, all the fans. You know, never easy dealing with loss, and we've been dealing with a lot of loss in the community and the culture.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot in the last week or so. So,
Yeah.
usually we stop and acknowledge each one, but because there's been quite a few back to back, we were trying to figure out how to do it. And so we thought the best way is to just come up here, acknowledge them, and thank them for their contributions, and say rest in peace.
Yeah. Yeah. And prayers with their families. It's always weird just losing people who have made impactful contributions in the world.
Yeah,
It's just unsettling, um, even though you may not know them personally. But yeah, no, everything you said, I echo those sentiments.
yeah. Well, that closes out our musical segment, and now let's get to more Black greatness.
Yeah.
So I think before we even talk about this trailer, something you brought to my attention, which I didn't realize, is that this film, or
It's a
yeah,
documentary.
all right, documentary film. Okay, my bad, player.
It's a 2-part documentary.
Okay, okay. So this documentary series, 2-part
Excuse me.
doc.
Excuse me. Actually, it says a 2-part documentary film event. So we're both right.
Whatever, man. What I didn't know was that this is produced by Jamie Foxx and Kevin Hart, and I think that's a really interesting pairing. Um, it's not a pairing you expect to hear together, especially when it comes to production. So I thought that was really interesting that Kevin Hart and Jamie Foxx are producing this project, or have produced this project, because it comes out soon, so it's done.
Yeah.
But what are we talking about? We're talking about, I always get this name wrong. It's called
Number
Number
one.
One on the Call Sheet.
Exactly.
And it's supposed to show the realities of being Black in Hollywood and trying to get your name to be number one on the call sheet.
Yeah.
Is it a myth? Is it not a myth? What does it do for your career? And that is the premise of the presentation.
Yeah. And a lot of names we love and know, and you got Tessa Thompson, you've got Denzel, you've got Will Smith, you've got a
Idris
long
Elba,
Idris Elba.
Jamie
You've got a
Foxx,
long
Morgan
list
Freeman,
of black
Angela Bassett's in there too,
actors.
right?
Um,
I saw Halle Berry, Angela Bassett.
Ice Cube, Morris Chestnut, Don Cheadle, John Boyega, Daniel Kaluuya, Cynthia Erivo, Martin Lawrence, Eddie Murphy, Michael B. Jordan.
Taraji P. Henson.
Yeah, there's a long list.
Yeah.
Um, I think this is really cool because I want more content like this where we kind of pull the curtain back with black talent. Sometimes we don't, sometimes we get it. It comes out of tragedy a lot of times. Or like someone's biopic that we get many, many years after their career is over, or or their life is over or whatever have you. I love when we get content like this where these are people who are very much thriving and out in the world and still working, but they're able to speak to their experiences now. So I'm excited to watch this. I like that Kevin Hart, Kevin Hart and Jamie Foxx are involved. I think that's great. They're not the only. There are two other producers as well. Because I think that it's something having to do with them and their peers. And
Yeah.
I think sometimes that's important depending on what type of story you're trying to tell. And based on what they're saying, they're talking about the triumphs and the pitfalls of being a black actor in Hollywood. So what better way to do that than with your peers? So I'm really excited to see this. It'll be on Apple. I think it's interesting that it's on Apple. But yeah. So that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, I think it's great that they have a wide variety of actors, old, young, in the middle, people who we've known for eons, people who we might just be getting to know. And I think it's great that they're all speaking from their experience. Hey man, they call Morgan Freeman while he's still alive. That's a beautiful thing. Because like you said, we might not have heard this until he passed or we got a biopic or something, and that's a great point. I think this looks really interesting. And I'm curious to see, is it just everyone's experience or is there a story interwoven into this as well? Or is it just, hey, you worked hard to become number one on the call sheet. How did that make you feel? So the trailer does a really good job of showing you like everyone speaking, but I'm curious to see how it comes together. They had some really good sound bites in the trailer. You know, Morgan Freeman said some cool stuff. Angela Bassett said some cool stuff. Taraji P said some cool stuff. Daniel Kaluuya said some cool stuff. And so that's enough. That's enough to make you want to see, you know, but I'm curious to see how this all comes together. So, you know, maybe I got to find an Apple Plus subscription somewhere, you know?
I actually have Apple TV.
Oh,
Or
look at that.
Apple
I thought I
Plus
was
or
going to have
whatever
to
it
get
is.
my Lenny Williams on.
Be careful out there in them streets.
So I was going to have to go find somebody at the club, you know?
And then
At
it's gonna
Club
end up being
Cobwebs.
yours.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
The one last thing I'll say is Denzel. Denzel wants so badly for us to stop thinking that he cares about movies. Denzel, every chance he gets, lets you know I don't really like movies. Like, I'm in them. I love being in them. But like y'all really want me to like movies and that's not really my thing. He's like, I'm not a movie
It's
buff.
like, I'm good at my job.
Yeah, and he's been telling us for years that the movie buff in his house is his wife and not him.
Right.
And he maintains that wherever he goes and whatever the situation is, he's always like, yeah, that's not I act, but I don't movies. Y'all like movies.
Right. He's like, I like being in the movies.
Right. He's like, I don't. And what is Hollywood?
Right.
So, that just always makes me laugh because Denzel wants so badly to be just a regular ass man. And and he's not.
No.
But, it's fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's our show.
Yes, yes. Thank you for being here. This has been Weeknights. We will see you next week.
Bye.